How's it going, guys? Happy Tuesday. Okay, so I wanted to do a Raw recap. Not different. It was a really crappy Raw, man. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. If you thought it was good, great. I didn't think it was good. I thought it was pretty much shit. But I have the results, and I'm gonna go over those real quick. I only watched a little bit of Raw because I kept on getting really bored, and I don't know, when the product's this weird and kind of in transition like it is, I just don't find myself getting glued into the product like I used to. And you can call me, well, you're not a real fan, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, that's 3 hours of my life I can't get back. So, but I read the results. They're okay. The storytelling's okay. But I'm going to go over those right now. So, I have it on my phone. Sorry, I don't have it written down. Cesaro beat Kevin Owens by disqualification for number one contendership of the title. I guess they're going like that. I don't know, because you saw The Miz get involved, and then you also saw Sami Zayn get involved. This is one of the matches I did watch, and oh my god, Miz needs to shut the hell up. This was an instant classic of a match. It could have been with great ringside calling by the commentators, but it was hindered by the fact that Miz was there. He ruined this entire thing for me. And, you can say that as a heel, he's supposed to, but when you have a match of this caliber between superstars of this caliber that we're getting on free TV, and you take that away from me, it doesn't make me not like your character. It makes me hate you and what you're trying to portray. And that really bugged the shit out of me, to where I don't even care about The Miz at all. His character is non-existent. And it's cringeworthy to watch him and Maurice. Like, that's cringeworthy bullshit I don't care about. I don't want to see you kissing your wife and shit on TV and listening to all that. That's weird, and I don't like it. And first of all, how did he even get Maurice? Second of all, she hasn't aged very well. She hasn't. She hasn't aged very well at all. I mean, she's still beautiful, but she's still, like, come on. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Anyway, next up was Tyler Breeze defeated Goldust. Holy fucking shit, Tyler Breeze won a match. Hallelujah, praise anybody you believe in, because that is fantastic news. I like Tyler Breeze. His character is alright. I don't necessarily like his character per se, but I like Tyler Breeze as a behind the scenes from what I've heard as a person. He comes off as very nice and very well taken care of, as you can see on screen. Buy into a character a little bit. But no, he comes off as a very genuine guy that kind of loves the business. And it kind of comes off like that because you see him go out there and actually try. And he gets really bummed out. And I like that when guys get bummed out because they're jobbing. When you get bummed out, it shows me that you care. And you can really tell this guy cares. And I'm glad, even though it's kind of shenanigan-ish, that he won over Goldust. I think what they're doing is gold with these two teams. I love it. It's entertaining as shit, especially after that trash of the beginning of the show with The Miz just ruining commentary for me. That was perfect, and I'm glad they did that. Next was Emma beat Becky Lynch. I didn't watch this match. I don't care about Emma. I don't. Okay, I've just started watching NXT, and I really just don't give a shit about Emma at all. Her whole shtick with Santino Marella kind of killed me. Kind of killed it for me. I love Becky Lynch. Absolutely love Becky Lynch. I could watch her for days and days and days. But no, I'm good. I didn't feel like watching that match. Stephanie McMahon cancels the Ambrose Asylum, brings back the highlight reel, which was kind of a swerve, I guess you could say. Yeah, I guess it was kind of a swerve because Chris Jericho early in the day tweeted out that, it was good and I'm out, pretty much, which, of course, brought a lot of people to think that he's going back with Fozzy, that his current contract was ending. Not the case. Showed back up on Raw. A lot of people are speculating when he is going to end his run, and it is kind of a good thing to speculate because it could be, I'm feeling like it's going to be SummerSlam. It's going to be the end of it because he's always said and even more reiterated that wrestling is less and less in his life. And of course, that could change at any moment, but he wants to focus more on the music career. He doesn't want to be Ric Flair at the age of 60 wrestling. He wants to go out on a high note and on his terms, which is understandable because he does have other ventures to go out and do, whether it be TV or music, and he has that opportunity. So good on him. Good on him for making this a platform to jump off of, which I think more people need to start doing, as John Cena is doing now. So good on him. Yeah, this feed's, we'll see where it goes. I like Chris Jericho as a heel. Dean Ambrose as a face is kind of feeling to me like Dolph Ziggler as a face, whereas like I wouldn't mind having a good little break from wrestling so that we wouldn't get these guys stale, because I feel like Dean Ambrose is getting stale. Just not with his outside of the ring stuff, but with his in-ring stuff, I feel like it's getting really stale really quick because it's kind of the same shtick we've seen over and over again. And the fact that at WrestleMania he bombed in his match, well, I don't know if he bombed as necessarily it was a letdown, but then you have Payback where it was just, okay, I'm gonna hit 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you move 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of felt like the Star Wars prequels in a way where it's just like dancing around. Whereas Triple H at Roadblock was a fantastic match. It was a great match, and that's something that I would love to see out of Dean Ambrose every time, but more so as a heel than a face. I feel like until they transition him to a heel, we're going to be stuck with the same old muddy Dean Ambrose. Now, of course, that may change because Extreme Rules is kind of his playground with that kind of match. So we'll see what happens there. If it is indeed between Chris Jericho and himself, which I guess it should be. So Rusev won a battle royal to determine number one contendership for the United States Championship. I feel like this is what needed to happen. I watched bits and pieces of the highlights of this match. Damien Sandow showed up, holy shit, which a lot of people are saying he didn't look prepared. But when does he ever? Does he ever look prepared anymore? I don't think so. But that he didn't look prepared because Ryback was supposed to be in this match, and he kind of took over for Ryback's spot, which I alluded to in my other video about what's going on about Ryback right now and the unfortunacy behind that situation. But I feel like what they're doing with Rusev right now, I feel like this is what needs to happen. I feel like somebody needs to come and take the title off of Callisto. I love Callisto. I love what he was doing with the Lucha Dragons. They were really over with the crowd. I feel like with Enzo and Cass being down and out right now, maybe they need to bring back the Lucha Dragons a little bit, and kind of hinder his singles run and possibly revisit that in the future. His booking's been shit, and that's on the writers. It's been shit. And of course, the Ryback situation probably hasn't helped, but they could always get themselves out of that by doing something different, which I don't think they have. So I'm kind of glad that Rusev could be the one to take the title off of him. Now, of course, if they do the same old little guy versus big guy shtick again and Callisto wins, then I'm going to be kind of disappointed. But I would love to see Rusev win and take the title to the next level, which it should be. It should be right there on par, if not a little bit below, the Intercontinental Championship. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So let's see what we have next. Oh, the Charlotte and Ric Flair talk about the controversy at WWE Payback. I didn't watch this because I didn't care. Not that I didn't care enough, just that I knew they were bringing Little Nate out. I knew they would revisit that because they showed a promo of that towards the beginning of the show. I just didn't care. I love Natalya. I love Charlotte. I love the feud that they have going on. I feel like this, apparently the crowd was way over with this, way more over than anybody thought, so that's good. But I feel like they didn't need to do this. They could have gotten to where they wanted to at Payback of putting in both the sharpshooters in many different ways. I feel like this was just a cop-out excuse to get there quick. But it's been reported that it was done 2 days beforehand, that Bret Hart was cool with it. Triple H and Bret Hart have been on great speaking terms, and that there's no animosity between them. So that's great. That's fantastic. I'm glad they've come to a even keel about what's going on. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see where they go at Extreme Rules, just with this match, with the match type, how they're going to do this, because Natalia could take it for all I know, and I feel like she should. I feel like she should be the one, because she's one of the not older, but more veteran superstars in the women's division there, and I feel like she's due it. I feel like she's earned it. She's been there through the bullshit, which there's been a lot with the Divas division. So I feel like this is a great way of handing her a prize of being like, okay, well, thank you for sticking it out with us. We're gonna change the game, and you're gonna be a part of that in the future. I feel like that's what needs to happen here, and they need to take advantage of that. Okay, so next we have, let's see. Yeah, so it's going to be a submission match. I didn't see that. With Ric Flair banned from the ring. So, see, I feel like that's going to be perfect for Natalia to take it. This is a perfect opportunity. I don't know where Extreme Rules is being held at, but if it's anything like Chicago, they should take full advantage of that and go ahead and switch hands with the title. Because that was a perfect crowd to do that with. I feel like it's overdue now. So, go ahead and do it. Get it over with. Then move on between Natalia and somebody else, and you can have, or Natalia and Charlotte, with Charlotte chasing the belt as a heel, or have the split up between Flair and Charlotte. Who knows? Maybe he cost her the championship in this match. One can only hope. Okay, so next we have AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson beat Roman Reigns and the Usos. I saw the beginning and the ending of this match. I was fast forwarding through everything, trying to get through really quick to see what was going on. Cheeky bastards with you trying to tease the heel turn between AJ and Roman Reigns. It's the waters are really muddy of who's the heel and who's the face right now, because you have the crowd booing the living shit. People think Roman Reigns is a piece of shit on the bottom of their shoe. And then you have AJ. AJ is over more so than I think anybody's been over in a while. I don't know if you can really tell that over the broadcast or not, because with them muting the crowd, it's getting kind of blurry of how many people are actually cheering for AJ and not, because I really think they want AJ to be the heel, but he's really coming off as a face. And they, of course, want Reigns to be the face, but he's really the mega heel. And I think his attitude and his delivery of what happened after the match last night really constitutes a heel turn. Going pretty much, AJ Styles is the best in the business right now, and he's more over than anybody, so they need to take advantage of that. Either bring Finn Balor up or stick the title on AJ. There's nothing more you can do. Reigns' experiment is over. This has solidified that. Take advantage of it. Overall, Raw looked like shit. I didn't enjoy it. But let me know what you think. I didn't think very much of it. Not enough to watch all of it. Let me know what you think below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this. Like I said, I'm going to have more videos coming out daily. Just let me know what you thought about the situation. And I'll definitely catch you next time. Sorry, I have something coming on my screen. Let me know what you thought about the situation, and I'll definitely see you next time on another Tuesday edition of a Raw recap. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you very, very soon.